So today we're going to talk about difference of squares. Now, let's say we're given the example x squared minus 81. So to get the difference of squares for this, you will have to square root it first. So the square root of x squared equals 2x, and the square root of 81 equals to 9. Now, these are your two terms. So all you have to do is put those two terms into brackets. So you're going to take your two terms, so x, and then you're going to put a negative sign here, right here, because there's a negative sign in the original equation. So x minus 9. Now, in the second bracket, you will put the opposite sign, so x plus 9. So this is your factored form for x squared minus 81. And to check this, you can always use distributive property. So let's do that right now. So x times x equals to x squared. X times 9 equals to plus 9x. Then negative 9 times x equals to minus 9x. And negative 9 times 9 equals to negative 81. So these two terms in the middle will cancel each other out, and you are left with x squared minus 81. Let's rewrite that with a different color so it's easier to see. So you're left with x squared minus 81. So you ended off with exactly what you started off with, which means your factored form was correct. Now, you also have to remember that in difference of squares, the middle sign has to be negative. If it is a positive sign, it is not possible, and you cannot use difference of squares. So if you did have a positive, let's see what happens. So let's keep the same example and just change the sign. If you have x squared plus 81, then you're going to do the same steps. So you're going to square root it. So square root of x squared equals to x, and the square root of 81 equals to 9. So now you're going to put it into your brackets. So x, and now this has a positive sign right here, so it's going to be a plus 9. And in your second bracket now, you cannot do the opposite sign, because if it's a negative here, then positive and negative make a negative, but you have to end off with a positive. So it is also going to be positive over here. So x plus 9. Now, to check if this is right over here, you're gonna use distributive property. So x times x is x squared. X times 9 is 9x. 9 times x is also 9x. And 9 times 9 is 81, so plus 81. So you get x squared. 9x plus 9x is 18x plus 81. So you can see that this is not possible because you do not end off with what you started off with, because you end off with a trinomial instead of the binomial you were originally given, which is exactly why difference of squares is only possible when there's a negative sign in the middle.